Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the old school, new vibes. Where the older and the new G's speak about the golden era and the modern era. Old school, new school, need a murder.
This is for my dog in the reservoir. Y'all know who you are. Certain lessons for.
Yeah.
Y'all smaller than some
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all
back.
thought we was out for good. You know, we took a little break. Just cause welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Old School New Vibes. It's been a hot minute. It's been a couple months actually. Last one we did was in December. And you know, we did on location. We're working on some new locations for the new year. But we're gonna do this one remote for now, you know.
It was like the perfect storm for our hiatus, man, between trying to work on, you know, different endeavors, each one of us, to other shit going on, man. It just you know, a couple of months passes by, but we're back now.
Yeah, time flies, man.
What you guys said that I got my shades on because I got a video dropping this Friday. So Hollywood Arc
is here.
Hollywood Arc is here. You know, shout out to my producers and all that. You know,
let them know which video you got dropping, man.
Yo, I got back on track, man. Back on track, coming out Friday. You know.
That's the third video for the GPS to the soul.
Yo, it's the third video, man. You know, nah, real shit. But yeah, man, it's the third release, and it's crazy because you know, back, let's just say, even 5 years ago, 3 videos, you can stretch that out for like a fucking year and shit, right? Or nowadays, the demand is so fast, man. You gotta drop
another
videos
one next week, man.
Literally, like per month. So you know. Thank goodness, you know, I have you two brothers who are amazing at what y'all do, and help me facilitate that, man. So, you know, yeah, the third one, you know, still, it sounds like a long time ago, but I dropped, you know, the album, all that in November. So I feel like, you know, I think, you know, because of these resources and everything, I want to fucking do a video for everything. So, and which we will, but there's just
I think
so
you should,
much.
man, considering that it's a book as well.
Yeah.
I think you gotta push this for the long haul, man.
Video you
for
actually
each
told
one,
me
maybe a movie at the end of it, you know.
Yo, facts. You were telling. We remember we had that combo and it was like, certain things you just got to push. You could keep pushing. Even though and that's no pun intended. Shout out to the song "Got What Is" on the album. Keep pushing, but yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. But the thing is, you know, we're so addicted to just creation and to art that we just stay. We stay in the studio. So, you know, Ease, we got this project coming out too. It's fucking crazy. These last few 2 months we got this thing done pretty much, right? Like,
yeah,
now
man.
it's just
easy architecture's on the way, man. We don't got a release date as of yet, but that's going to be very, very soon. It's 11 tracks. The 11 tracks have been finalized. We're in the last of the vocal recording phase, but like very, very last, like the last 5%. And like 5 songs are already mixed. The other 6 are in the works, so it's not even like those are from scratch. Like,
shout out to
those are
Luminary
already,
on that, man.
yeah, shout out to Luminary for the, you know, the work he's putting in on that. But yeah, these joints, they're almost there. We figure, like, if I had to guess, this is just a guess, but like maybe 2 weeks we drop the back cover and a release date. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and I think we're probably gonna move with the song we just play right now, right? The Renaissance.
The Renaissance will be the third single,
yeah.
right? Before we announce the actual release date. I think this joint, the Renaissance, will be the third and the last single before the actual album drops.
Yeah, man. Yo, we got Theme on there on 2 joints.
Word,
Can't
on
wait
2
till y'all
joints, and
hear
I'm
that.
hyped though, because those 2 joints are 2 of my favorites, man.
Seriously,
I like that. I had fun doing that double time joint.
Yeah, that's
and
the
Master's Ceremony.
And yo, you came off on that Masters. I mean, everyone that shit is fire, man.
Yeah,
I
Masters
can't
of
wait to shoot a
Ceremony.
video for that. I was telling Dean we got to do some
Did we
fucking
get another verse on
Spartacus
it?
shit.
Did we get another verse
I
on
finished.
it?
I finished the joint off for Masters of
Okay.
Ceremony.
Okay,
So
dope.
it's Yud and Arc, and
Oh,
then
I want to
me.
hear it.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that joint, man. I'm excited for that joint. I think everybody came off. I like the hook, and I like the beat. Just gotta finish up the mix on that joint and do a couple of like a couple of things to the record. It's the Masters of Ceremony, so I feel like before our verses kick in, we could introduce ourselves with a little scratch of our names. So I'm working on getting our names from different clips from different places, throwing that in there, and then
That's
Loom's
dope.
gonna finish up the mix. And I think that joint would be ready to go. And like I said, a lot of the other joints are even 75-80% of the way done. With either rough mixes or better than rough mixes. So the joint's gonna come together pretty soon, man. I'm excited to announce a release date very, very soon.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
So
and go ahead, my bad.
yeah, no. So by the time you guys see this episode, we would already dropped the Back on Track video. This was an idea that I had to collaborate brands.
Yo, while you reading my mind, I was gonna segue into that, bro, too. But
to collaborate brands. So since I have the videographer background, I put on the the artist hat and
you didn't just put it on, bro. I think bro.
Yeah, it fit perfectly.
Yeah,
Word
man.
up.
Thank
Yo,
you.
you got talent, man. Seriously.
So
And
yeah,
yeah,
so we're cross promoting brands. Bushido 7 is a part of it, and I just want to bring some traffic to the website and get some brand recognition. And what better way to do it than with
your
your
music, yeah,
with your circle
and
of
your
friends and
clothing.
music.
I-
Well, yeah.
The clothing is the tees, the
That's
hoodies
the
is
key
dope.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
key.
man. I love that.
Not I don't think a lot of people are doing it that way, and I just think it's a good way to really put your brand out there. Working with other talented artists. But yeah, it was fun, man. We actually had to get up a few times to get all the shots that we needed, but it was worth it, man. That last shot with the train tracks. I mean, obviously it
was
fits
a
the name of the song,
finisher.
but we
Yeah,
needed it because I remember
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Art, I think we got most of it. I did a rough draft, and he was like, I think we need to get that last shot. And I'm happy that you did that and you didn't just settle for what we had so far, and I was like, cool. So that's another reason why we were a little hiatus, because we were just busy.
Yeah.
And I know
That's
you
the
Ease, you
real
were busy
reason.
with stuff.
Like,
So by the time you
yo,
guys see this episode, the video will already be out. But the
yo,
video drops on Friday. But by the time y'all see this, it'll be next week. So
Word. And in the
yeah.
meantime, man, we Ark and I, and along with Dax, we did drop the 10 years from now.
I love
single
that
and the
shit. I love
video.
that record. I love
Yeah,
it.
man, I like the way that all
that
came together, man. I'm not gonna say that it was all planned, and organized before we
Mm,
even made a move. We kind of just made moves on the fly, but
mm.
like the studio that we picked out in Brooklyn, man, shout out to them. I believe the dude was called Beat Knocker, but shout out to him. His
yeah,
spot was
yeah.
dope. Just the visuals, the graffiti and the colors caught my eye, so we
Yeah.
picked that spot. I feel like it
And
went
it
with
fit
the
the
track
video.
Perfect
Yeah,
for that song.
yeah.
Perfect for that.
Yeah,
Super
yeah, I thought so
hip
too,
hop,
man.
b-boy. I love it. And you guys came off on it too. The energy was dope.
Yeah,
You
man.
guys
And then
did that record a while ago, right?
Yeah, the record was old, but it wasn't that put together, man. So another shout out to Lou, man. Not only did he make the record sound a lot more modern, but he made that hook
The
out
hook,
of
fucking
the
out of
vocals from
scratch,
our
bro.
verses, and it sounded fire, and it put it all
Yeah.
together, man. And
He's
we're
nice for
getting
shit like that too, man.
yeah,
Like
man, and we're
making,
getting really good reception off the record, so I'm happy about that, man.
yo,
Everybody seems to be liking it that's heard it. So now,
yeah.
my job is to try to get as many people to hear it as possible.
And it's funny,
So
when I check my streams, that's one of the highest ones.
Yeah, it seems like I said, like anybody who's heard it has definitely been feeling it. So I mean, I'm trying to just work on some ads and things like that to try to get it, out into the public. So that should be going live soon within the next week or two. I'm gonna chop up some of that video, throw out a few, reels and
Tang, tang,
short
tang, a little
content pieces.
stroozy, a little
That's the name of the
stroozy.
that's the name of the game. Short, short content pieces. So I'm gonna throw that out and see if I can get a few more heads to listen to that and try to get the buzz going on that record as we prepare to drop the actual album.
hell yeah, man. So just keep it busy. That's the name of the game, and that's why We've been a little busy, too busy to get up and do that.
A little
Do a
busy.
podcast.
A
Yeah,
little
man.
busy.
It's been hard
Hopefully,
trying to get the three of us together, man. But you know, we were
yeah,
able to do it, and luckily, the last day of February, we were able to do it. So that's good.
yeah. Also, you know, life got in the way. We were dealing with some personal stuff, and
Yeah,
um,
man.
you know,
Straight up. I
that
got
is
I
what
got
it
my
is.
ass kicked a couple of times, man. Like, you know, when you got kids, you always expect to be sick, man. But usually, you know, it comes and it goes. But this time, man, I got hit hard, bro. At the beginning of the year, I think it was like January 1st or January 2nd. I think I caught that norovirus or whatever the fuck is going around and shit because I never
Yeah.
caught a stomach bug like this in my life. And literally the
Mm.
only symptom was just I couldn't hold nothing down. I was throwing everything up. And it's crazy. I'm talking about even water. Like I couldn't even hold water down. And I never had no virus like that. I had to go to the ER, bro. It's because I honestly I thought that shit would pass, but like 3 days later, I'm like, yo, I can't keep not eating. Yo, this shit is not good.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I
You
went
get
to the ER,
dehydrated.
a
Yeah.
little bit of Pepsid, a little bit of whatever else, you know, whatever the fuck that is,
Pedialyte,
it's sodium
IV.
chloride or whatever it is they
Yeah.
put in the IV. Yeah,
Yeah,
Salt
rehydrated me,
water,
and
bro. Salt
I was
water.
good to go. And then like a month later, man, you know, so I've always been asthmatic, but never to the point where it's been, you know, hospitalization type shit. Usually I can get it under control with a inhaler. But this time, bro, I couldn't breathe. And eventually, again, 2 days passed, and I'm like, yo, this shit is getting worse and worse. I had to go to the hospital for that. There, that was a little bit more serious. I was there for like 3 days, but I got it under control. They were able to prescribe me some whatchamacallit, preventative medication that
right. Albuterol.
strong, bro, like a kick in the nuts. I never needed
Yeah,
preventative meds before, but this shit was good, and I got my breathing under control, and
yeah,
I'm barely using the actual rescue inhaler. So
yeah.
That's
overall,
Glad
I'm
dope.
you're
feeling
doing
a lot
better.
better. Yeah,
Heck
feeling
yeah,
a lot
bro.
Yeah,
better.
That's good to hear, brother. That's
Yeah, man.
definitely good to hear.
health
Yeah,
comes
scary
first.
shit
I'm
though.
gonna tell you right
Scary
now,
shit though. While you going through it
yoga.
though.
Can I tell you right now? I was gonna add to that too. Look, the
Yeah, yeah.
breathing
What's the
is
what's the
influenced.
holistic approach? What
Well,
what can I
no, I'm
do?
just saying, look, to be honest, and it's gonna sound a little crazy, but anytime I feel a bug, quote unquote, coming upon me, I focus on my breathing and I make sure I take like there's a few breathing patterns I do, right? And a lot of it is Buteyko breathing, but I make sure that I focus on my breathing and slow it down as much as possible. And I make sure I'm only breathing in and out through my nose for like long periods. And I'm filling up because look, aside from foods, you know, that can alkalize your body, you can alkalize your body with oxygen, right? Or not even oxygen, but carbon dioxide, right? So um there's breathing. Once you start like and expanding your rib cages and you're getting the blood flow and you're massaging your lymph nodes, that's just so aside from the breathing, I'll do like a lot of lymph node therapy, right? Like where you're just massaging those areas and that the lymph nodes, that system is responsible for getting the waste out of your body. Like it comes in, it gets it out, comes in, gets it out. So when they get clogged up with a few things, right? Like, but to be honest, the major reason is stress, right? You get
I could see that.
muscle
Yeah, I could
tension.
definitely see that.
You get muscle tension, tension pockets, right? Depending on your habits and your practices, if your habits have you like, and I was telling you, you know, you're in the crib a lot, right? So that's gonna target other areas, right? Gonna also target a lot of posture. Even like it's crazy. I was at work this whole week, right? Like coming in the office, fucking felt like pre-pandy days and shit,
That was
right?
a foreign concept
Yeah,
after all this
you
time.
know,
Yeah.
but I immediately acknowledge. See, I'm working from home. I'm up every like 15 minutes. I got like a stretching apparatus right next to me while I'm over, you know, I'm into fucking yoga and all that shit, right next to my station. So I'm always in like flexible mode, but being in these trainings and like 3 or 4 hours consistently, like just, I mean, we'll break like every, you know, but even though like 2 or 3 hours or even an hour, I'm not really used to fucking staying so stationed. I
Yeah, I hear
noticed
that.
my fucking rib cage and my posture just, and I had to like keep being mindful of it. So all of those things, man, create even more tension pockets. And if you're not flushing them out, it clogs up, man. And then on top of that, if you add, you know, like foods that aren't easily biodegradable, if you will, right? Like just you don't digest them really fast. those are gonna clog it up even more. And that's when, like, again, depending
It
on
compounds. It all compounds. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to be more conscious of not only what I'm eating, but like stuff like that. Getting not being so stagnant, getting up, walking around a little bit and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'm again, it definitely, it's like an eye opener, definitely going through that. So I'm definitely trying to be more conscious, man.
Bro, working from home, I had to be super conscious of that shit. I was like, holy, like, said I was getting like crazy steps, thousands of steps before, and like, you work from home, it changes your whole. It's a
Yeah,
whole
I know. It's
different
funny because we tend to
lifestyle.
work more because like you're home and shit. So
To
you're
be
not even
honest,
taking the
yes,
break and getting up and stuff like that
yes,
because you're in a comfortable environment. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad I
exactly.
left that shit
I
behind,
actually
bro.
feel like when I go into the office, I get more work done. 'Cause when
Yeah, it
I'm
was
home,
always the
it's a lot
opposite for me.
with the
Yeah, it was
baby
always the
and
opposite.
it's just
Well,
get more
that's the thing. That's the thing. When you're
get more
there, you're
distractions.
you're juggling. You're
I'd
wearing
rather be home
multiple
though, to
hats.
be honest.
Well,
Honestly,
yeah, because who needs the commute? I mean, it's
yeah,
just
I
nothing but
fucking hate that
wasted
Yo,
commute.
the
time. Yeah,
I
it's
commute,
hate it.
wasted
I
time.
get I get home
Sucks
drained,
balls.
fucking crazy. I get home drained.
Stressful.
And then if I want to do anything additional, it's gonna take even more time away from,
Yeah.
getting home. So it's like, at least if I'm working from home and then cool, I'm gonna go do, go to the gym, go do yoga, whatever, tell my fam, peace. Come back. I'm only gone like 1 or 2 hours, but let's just say 8 to 9 hours working. On top of that,
Mhm.
now I'm gonna go, work out, do something, all that. Next thing you know, it's fucking like 10 o'clock,
Yeah,
like
the
11
whole day
o'clock.
That's
passes you
it,
by
bro.
because you're going from point
Yo,
A to point B. It's just
son, it was only a week. I looked at my son, he looked older. I was like, yo.
You remember his name?
yeah.
He
Well,
be telling me shit like that.
so
He's
those pointers you just pointed out, you can find them all in your book.
yeah,
Word.
Get your
man.
download now.
Yeah,
GPS to the
yeah.
soul.
You,
Word up.
you you know it's funny because like I now with some more time have being passed, I'm like seeing how what kind of book my book is, and I'm like, it's really awareness. It's just being mindful of things around you, but mostly inside of you. You know what I mean? Like, think once you
Pause.
start really like once you start understanding how your body ticks, bro, man, yeah, depending on how I'm an overthinker, so sometimes you just over screwing that shit. But it's beautiful because you can like literally you can conduct yourself even better.
Word. I hear that.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Not
hit the
anything
gym
that
a
I've
little
ever
bit.
heard for the first time when I read some of the stuff that you put up and some of the pages from your book, but it's like
Bro,
all
I
in
want
one
to
place
thank you
kind of
for
a
what you've
thing.
been doing.
Yeah.
Brilliant, bro. I'm like, damn, why the fuck I didn't do that shit with the other?
Oh, summarizing it? Yeah, yeah. Because you know what it is, man? It's about tricking the stupid fucking algorithm. I feel like it
Son,
thinks it's the same shit over and over again. So I feel like if I write a
I
little
just gotta
blurb,
drop a G on it. That's what I gotta
yeah,
drop a
like
G
yeah.
on
I feel
marketing,
like if I
bro.
put a little blurb on top of it, it kind of like switches it up and changes it and it like shows it to more peeps and it's not hiding it. So
Yo,
I'm kind
What do
of
you
trying to
mean?
do
definitely.
little things
What are
like
you
I
that.
talking
think, to
about?
be honest, Zach,
So
I think you're right, bro.
When Arc posts his like GPS to the soul like
Uh-huh.
those daily quotes kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
So I felt like when I reposted them, like it's almost like the stupid app thinks it's the same shit that you're reposting over and over and over
Okay.
again. It doesn't get the concept that it's different words. So like
Okay.
what I started doing is I started minimizing it a little bit, and then
And
at the
he added
top
a
I'll
comment.
summarize it with like a sentence so that like each post that I put up is different, or each story that I put up is different, and like more people have been seeing it. Like a lot more people have been
I
seeing it.
noticed it on my yeah, on my
Yeah,
fucking
I'm starting to get a
stories watch.
groove on how to like trick this stupid thing to make it work for your benefit. I mean, you could either complain about it and say it's working against you, or you could try to find the nuances to make it work for you. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to like find things to do to make it work for me. Best times to post, what to put up, how to mix up your content so you're not putting up 4 fucking videos of you rapping in a row, kind of a thing. Like
Right.
all this shit, trying to see if it makes a difference. And so far it has. Has it made a world of difference? No, but any little bit counts. And then I feel like if I keep doing it, I may unlock something that I might never have known about.
Damn. Boom.
Uh,
Words of
Word,
wisdom.
word, man. You got to play
Word
the
up.
nah,
game.
nah, yeah, and we gotta offline a little bit more of that because I definitely need some of that.
Yeah,
You
man. It's
gotta
all
Tech
about trial and
knowledge.
error, bro. You fuck up enough times, you try to find what works.
you gotta
Nah,
pay him a
ease, man.
consultation fee.
Not,
Straight
yo,
up.
ease is definitely like a fucking I'm a beacon right now, man, because I love his grind, his hustle, man,
Jack
and
of all trades.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It
man. I'm
definitely
trying to stay
keeps me sharp.
consistent. The
He
name of
keeps
the
me
game
sharp
right
too.
now, the name of the game right now is visual content, man. So without it, it's like if you
You
could
know what's
make all the
crazy at
songs in the
work?
world, but
At work, it's so crazy to one of the like, so I was at work the whole week because we have like these yearly assessments and like these must-win battles for the
right,
next year and shit. And yo, we're focusing a lot on video content. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's you're
We,
gonna
we,
get left behind if you're doing any kind of business on the internet
yo,
now
it's
without any video
crazy.
content.
Like a meeting shit that we would do in a meeting, and we will put into PowerPoint presentations. We're making videos now into
Yeah,
this shit, bro. It's
yeah, man.
crazy. I seen one today. I was like, this shit look like housewives, like, it's fucking crazy, bro. But you're right. This is the wave, son. This is
Well,
the
now with
wave.
AI taking
Yo,
over too, they're integrating a lot of companies are integrating AI into stuff,
Yeah.
into their promotions and marketing
Which
and shit like
honestly
that.
still kind of needs a human check, man, because I've
Mhm.
seen AI post like, for instance, like headlines and get the name of the person wrong who's in the picture, like shit like that. And you could tell that it's like an AI that's
Yeah,
doing it. And not to say that it can't do it, but somebody got to check, man, because some of this stuff is just getting posted. It's like
no,
clear errors
it's
that no one's
yeah.
catching.
yeah,
You still need people to like steer the ship with
Yeah,
AI,
absolutely.
because
Word.
it's brilliant on whatever the content is. Y'all don't know what the fuck this background is doing to my hair right now, but
yeah.
it's
You
like
look like you're about to like translucent into it.
yo,
That's even a word. I just
I'm
made up
looking
a
like I got a
fucking word.
baby. It look like I got a baby afro and
You
shit.
look,
But
the camera look like it's from like 2003.
Word up.
Yo, doesn't that make you guys appreciate the in-person joints
Oh
more
yes,
yo,
doing
it
this?
really
a
does, man.
million
It's so
percent,
much
bro.
easier to vibe. The setup is a lot longer. That
Yeah,
I'll be fully, transparent on.
right,
But
right.
in terms of the actual show, much
Yeah,
easier to vibe when you turn to the side and be like, yo,
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
like trying to fucking like not step on each other,
We just didn't want to waste more, not waste, but we didn't want more time to pass without putting on another
Yeah,
episode.
no
But
more
we'll
delays.
get
Word.
up soon for the next one. It's not like
Yo,
vibing in the same old school, new vibing in the same location.
Word.
yeah, no, definitely. Well, I mean, I can't wait to do it over there. Pause, ease at your
Oh,
studio over
in
there.
the lab right here, yeah, man,
Yeah,
that'll be
that's
dope.
gonna be
We'll
dope.
figure out a way to set that up and do that. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
next time.
Yeah, get some recording
we'll
there too.
we'll
Um,
offline that and
Word.
coordinate.
yeah, man.
What's been going on in the world, man? What
The
you want to
world's
Yo,
know?
falling
what
apart.
isn't? What isn't?
Yo, we've a lot of shit. Even we haven't done an episode in so long that like shit
You
is
don't even
old
know where to
news that
start, right?
like
That's
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
still
You
stuff that
sent
I
me that
crazy.
wanted to
topic
talk
list, and
about
I
a
gotta
couple
admit it was a
weeks
little
ago.
depressing, bro.
Stuff that I want to talk about a couple it's already old news. Like the
Yeah,
Super
man.
Bowl
Yeah.
shit, the shit with
Well,
Usher. That
the
shit happened like 3
newest,
weeks ago.
but
You know
all
what I'm
right. So I
saying?
want right, like Super Bowl Usher, right? They saying that he and Diddy. You didn't hear that fucking scandal shit between
I'm
Diddy's in
tuned
a
out from
fucking
that shit, bro.
Yo,
Diddy's in another
Diddy
place
is
right now, bro.
in like he can't keep his name out the news right now, man.
Yo, oh
I
man,
haven't been keeping track of that.
it's
He
like
got
what
accused
Theme
of
has
sexual
said.
assault by one of
He didn't pay his Illuminati
ex-employee, a
bills,
male
bro.
though, a dude,
Oh, okay.
ex-employee. I forgot exactly what he did for him, but
There's
So Diddy's
there,
going
there's a
both
few
ways.
photographer was it? I
yeah,
don't remember.
there's a few things
What you
that's going
sipping on,
on, bro.
Sippy?
A little whiskey, a little
A
whiskey.
little bit,
Damn,
just a
I'm
little bit.
just sipping on agua. Bagua?
Better than me.
Yo,
I
I'm
forgot to
I'm
grab my fucking
yo, I'm
water.
sipping on that too, son. You gotta hydrate while you
While you
lavate.
dehydrate.
Word up.
Yeah,
I think why you dehydrate. I like
yeah,
that.
Facts,
word up.
yo, that's the hilarious.
But yeah, man, Diddy can't get out of the news right now, man. It's like when it rains, it pours.
Mhm.
Just and 50 over there, like just
He's
laughing
enjoying
his
every
ass
minute.
off, enjoying every fucking
Yo,
second of it,
Yeah.
bro.
you
Like he don't
know,
even let like 5 minutes pass before a story come out when he
Nah.
already got some shit out that he posted about it and making a
That's his
joke.
MO. He's just roast
Yeah,
anyone.
but it's
Because who's
almost
really
like an "I
gonna
told you so" kind of shit. Like
who's really gonna get at him? Like he
yeah,
got free
nobody.
range. He could
Yeah, word.
say whatever he wants about whoever, right?
Yeah,
That's been
man.
yeah,
his MO for since forever.
yo, we're in a different dimension, a different day and time right now. So today, Joe Rogan's just Cat Williams was on there.
I just
And
started
you know,
watching it.
yo, Cat Williams started off the year already shaking up the whole world. Oh, this year, is the year of the unveiling. So now, he kind of died out a little
I didn't
in
get that
today's
far.
world, right? But he's on fucking Joe Rogan. And this is the
They
first
just
time
met. They never met.
they never met
Never met
ever.
before that.
They
They never
both,
crossed paths in the comedy world.
I'm thinking Joe Rogan's probably seen him, hoping he sees him not as a podcast interview, but more like a
But like a
comedian,
peer, like a peer.
like
Yeah.
a peer, right? And I've never seen Joe Rogan be corrected he corrected a lot. Like Cat Williams, bro, is fucking
Yo,
sharp as
not
shit,
check
bro.
this out. And real quick, because I started watching it, right? And I like a lot of comedians. I just never really followed Cat Williams like that. I know he's got
Yeah.
some funny shit, but I never was really into like his stand-up specials like that. And now after this interview, I'm gonna start watching more of his stuff. But his into like the little bit that I've watched, he came in very humble. He's talking laid back. He's not like the performer. He's talking to you like a regular person,
Not
and
even
he's
like a
just
comedian,
and
man.
he sounds like he's been doing a lot of research on stuff, and he's talking
Yeah.
intellectually,
Yeah.
Anunnaki and like straight
Yeah.
like
The Emerald
crazy
Tablets, yeah.
historical shit. And so I'm
But
like,
he's
okay,
proven it, but he
all
got the
right,
receipts for them,
you got the
right? So
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
so
we-
it's like that. So what was bugging Joe Rogan out is that he's hearing some crazy
mm,
conspiracy shit, but he's pulling out, information that's like valid that has Joe like, damn, this shit is like
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But even his perspective on a lot of things, and he admitted it, it kind of blew his whole perspective on even how like his theories of not even theories, but his explanations on why there's more reasons why there is a God than there isn't. And
yeah.
that shit blew Joe's mind too. Like, so I'm like, damn, son, like this is the year of Cat Williams, bro.
Yeah.
He-
Yeah.
That I look forward to watching that episode because they were already
I would
dropping
like
a
to
lot
see
of
one of his
gems.
shows. He has a comedy tour right now, um, called Dark Matter,
Mm,
which is deep too,
Yeah,
yeah,
after the Shannon Sharp interview, there was a lot of people that was like upset at him. But honestly, if you really go back and listen, man, there's nothing he said that either he isn't saying from firsthand experience or isn't just his opinion. Which I'm sorry, but in today's day and age, everybody has a right to share, whether you fucking like it or not.
Facts.
Everybody
yeah,
gets Joe Schmo gets to give their fucking opinion, just because they have a mouthpiece for it.
right.
He can give his too, and then other stuff is from firsthand experience. So
Yeah.
I don't really think he said anything that was off base
It wasn't.
in that
And you're
Shannon
right.
Sharp interview. Yeah.
This is my superhero name.
Yo, word up.
Yo, welcome back. We had to pay some bills with our zero
Where
sponsors,
your
but
mother
we're
at?
back.
Your mother
Where your mother?
at?
Yeah, so
Yo,
I'm while we were getting ready to set back up, I'm watching this, and Cat Williams is telling Joe about how he reads like mad books, like
retardedly.
he's like obsessed
Yeah.
with reading books,
Yeah.
So I guess that's he could back up that whatever he's talking, he's got expansive knowledge and
He's a
facts,
complete different person, bro, from
right, from
like
the stage, right,
his
from the
stage.
stage.
Yeah.
Because
That's
when
crazy,
his comedy, he really he gets even like so jovial to the like ghetto level, bro. He
right?
talks, he could get so hood,
Yeah,
but then like and this is not the only interview when I seen him get like eloquent and shit like that. He was
right.
on a few people. He was on Larry King,
Hmm.
um that I went back and I seen after the whole, with
Shannon
what's his
Sharp.
name? Shannon
With
Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. Yeah.
And I saw other like even in this interview, he's not going crazy like how he did on the Sharp interview. He was just responding to the other guests that were there. And
Right.
these other videos that I'm talking, other interviews, he's talking about life. He's deep. I mean, I liked, his comedy, and he's just infamous. I think he just resonates with other, cannabis consumers, if you will.
Yeah.
So I definitely resonate with him a lot. And but now, like, I knew he was deep, pause, because of his even the shit that he would joke about. He would talk about a lot of conspiracy theories, right?
Mhm.
And shit that definitely that we all speak on. But then now seeing like just there's more layers to him, you know. So yeah, he's a dope. I think in today's world, good influencer. You know,
How
Hell
long is
yeah.
that Joe Rogan one?
Like
3 hours,
3 hours.
bro.
3 hours. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp one was 4 hours, bro. He
Mhm.
got a lot to say for sure.
Yeah, and that's another thing I noticed too. Like, that you could tell Joe Rogan's interviews are how good they are by pause, how long they are,
Yeah, they
And this,
usually that's like standard runtime for them. Like
Yeah.
if it's 2 hours, it's short for him.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I seen a lot of 2 hour Joe Rogan episodes. That fucking
yeah,
Kanye West was like an hour and a half.
yeah.
Like,
Kanye got things to do. He
yeah,
got
so
places to be,
a lot of times it's like that 2.5 hours.
So
So
so does Kanye
don't
have new albums dropping? Did I miss a new album
Vultures,
yo,
dropping?
yeah, Vultures.
Did it
Vultures
Him
is
drop?
and Ty Dolla
fire,
Sign.
yeah.
Yeah, Vultures
Oh
one drop and then got
Drop.
pulled. Right, I think it
Yeah.
got pulled off of streaming service
what?
Of a
thereafter.
lot of services, yeah.
I think
And
copyright, or maybe it's a ploy. Who the fuck knows? It
I'm
could be
checking
copyright.
Spotify right
I
now.
think it's a little bit of
Supposedly
everything.
he caught some grief because of he asked permission to sample some
Anti-Semitics.
stuff. One from Ozzy Osbourne and another one for somebody else. They
But I have a
denied him
question
Gives a
for you.
permission.
fuck what Ozzy Osbourne has to say.
How am
Yeah,
I
but they denied him permission
anti-Semitic
to
if I fucked
sample,
a
and
Jewish bitch?
either he used it anyway or he used an interpolation of it or something
My
along
man
those
got
lines. And
he got a goat.
yeah,
I can't show it on the fucking thing.
but something happened where it got pulled off of pulled off of streaming, or
Yo,
at
don't
least
show
Apple
no
Music.
bestiality shit, bro.
But
My bad. So what's the name of the new album?
Called
Vultures.
Yeah.
Vultures, yeah.
He got some dope
But it's number one.
music.
It's
Yeah.
number one, and
Oh, I'm gonna check this shit
number
out.
one. I think the number one single and the number one album. It
Yeah.
displaced Taylor
Yo,
Swift. I want to
can I
say.
tell you right now? Look
Good.
at that video, Vultures, right?
Mhm.
That song, Vultures too.
Mhm.
It's with him and Little Dirk, bro. The videography and like just it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the color
Yeah.
schematics too. Like what they did with
Oh
it.
gosh,
Well, yeah,
bro.
they
And
got
they
big
use
budgets for that shit.
They do.
yeah,
They definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah.
but they even incorporated a lot of you see how they flipped a lot of the stock footage, bro. It's
Mm.
funny,
Yeah.
like they flipped it ill. I mean, bro, just take a look at it. It's
So
definitely cutting edge.
what do you rate the album? Haven't heard it yet. Did you get a
From
chance to dissect it and
yeah,
really
yeah,
listen to
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. To be honest, I've been stuck on a few songs, so I can't even say I heard the complete album a
Mm.
lot. I just heard the same like 6, 7 songs because I those are the ones that I just like best.
Yeah.
Not that the other ones aren't dope. They're dope too. I just, Future is cool sometimes and like like all those other features, everything he's on, everything Ye did is dope. All the beats are dope. But
Right.
I give it like a good 8.5 out of 10. Maybe even a 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you give it, Ease?
I would say 6, but like
Okay.
nobody go take my opinion and fucking run with it and say, oh,
That's
it's
Right.
bad
good
because E
that's
said
good.
so.
Coming from me,
It's just
that's
from
good.
me
That's a
personally.
10
It's not
for me.
it's not my
Yeah.
cup of tea, man. It's not my style. It's not for me. I am not his target audience. Let's put it that
Right.
way.
Right.
So
Right.
I
Right.
would say 6 because musically it's dope, but it's not some shit that you're gonna catch me bumping over and over and over again,
Okay.
kind of a thing. It's just not for me. I'm
Do you
more
like early old school Kanye better? Like, his
I
Well,
could rock with him.
college dropout type of.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. But I could
Yeah.
rock with him up until My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
After that, it started to go a little bit astray for me.
Mm,
But again, that's just my opinion. I didn't really like Watch the
so
Throne.
I
I
got
right.
didn't
one
really
for
Right.
like
you.
any of those, but
Right.
So
this I can see what he was doing with it. I can see why people like it. He's
Right.
definitely really good at, even though he's an older artist, he can appeal to the new generation.
Right.
But when I hear it, it's not the Kanye that I like, the music that I fell in love with that he was
Right.
doing. But it's not supposed to be. Like I can understand that. I'm
he,
not bitter
Right.
he's
because of it.
Gotcha.
keeping up with the times and I
Yeah.
think he's doing that well. And I agree with Ease, but this is the times we are in and these are the
Right.
cadences and the flows that they're
Yeah. So you
using
look at it
now.
through that lens,
Yeah.
through that
So
spectrum.
I'm like,
But
okay. It's
it
dope.
also can't make me like it just because of that.
You're right.
I can understand
But
that.
I
I'm
got
gonna
a
hear
good
it.
I got something good for you because all right, this Ye album is and it's in 3 installments, right? So this is the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
really?
next one comes
Yeah.
out in April, and then the other one
Wow.
comes out, I think, in June or some
He's
shit,
doing
right?
a
Yeah.
trilogy.
So
Yeah.
the last one, Ye
He's
3,
doing like
right?
some Nas shit.
It's he's taking it back to the Soul Records,
Uh,
and he has like Eric Sermon producing a lot of his stuff.
oh, dope.
So it's gonna be like back. It's gonna be Eric Sermon. They have like a soundbite of him talking about it, and he's saying how this is the old Ye, because he's like, I told Ye, oh no, you guys need to rap like how you used to rap because you're dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
Eric
back to
Sermon
rapping.
would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally told me, he said, yo, you gotta rap because you're dope at rapping, and you gotta bring back to rapping. And then
You
he
got
said,
some. No,
and
go
I'm sorry, and then he said, yeah, he said, okay, guys, he said we gotta rap, so we gotta rap.
ahead. He
Shout out to
he got some shit
EPMD.
with Russ in the works too. I don't know if
Cool.
that's part of these albums. Kanye with Russ in the works too. And actually, I was gonna say, man, if you want a dope listen, Russ has a new podcast episode out with. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember who it was, but
Yo, yeah, bro. He
yeah,
was
it's like
talking
four
about the
hours. It's like 4 hours also,
Yeah.
but it's very informative. Like
yeah
in
from an
terms of
artist,
like what
right?
he talks about, but it's music based. Like he's not talking Cat Williams type stuff. It's all about
Yeah,
music industry shit, how artists fake
Mm.
streams, how he's seen the success he's seen while being independent, what independent really means in terms of just having a distribution deal or
Mm.
being fully funded on your own. Like he drops a lot of jewels. Like if you want to listen to it, it's the podcast is called Flagrant.
Oh,
That's the episode.
Flagrant with
Yeah, I don't remember the dude's name. I'm not
Andrew
well versed.
Schultz. Andrew Schultz
Yeah,
and
there you go. There you go.
yeah,
Russ was on it with like a four
and the
hour
whole crew.
interview.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a dope listen, man. I was listening to it while I was in the hospital. It
How
was
do you feel
Yeah.
about Andrew? I don't know. He's just been popping up more on my
It's a
feed. So
hit and miss sometimes with me.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a funny comedian, but yeah, sometimes he gets a little
I seen
overbearing
Dave
with
because
his skits.
I follow Dave, right?
They
And
have
Dave,
Vivek on
uh,
on Flagrant.
oh no
Vivek
shit.
yeah.
Ramaswamy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had
Oh,
Dave. Dave was on there too, Little Dicky,
oh
boss.
yeah, yeah, Little Dicky, yeah.
And
They
yo,
asked him
he's
about
the whole thing is
what was it?
it,
If they wait, what was the thing,
you're
Arc?
gonna get PG-13 or no?
That he was biting, that he was stealing somebody's idea, right?
Who
No?
was? Who
Drawing
was?
blanks?
Oh no. Okay. Oh, you're
It
talking
looked
about
like we froze
that
for a second.
that they
Nah, I was
accused
trying to
him.
think who was stealing somebody's ideas.
Oh,
I
they
forgot the
they had something
artist,
about
another
Dave.
artist.
They were asking him about him taking somebody else's idea onto like some wood, like a wooden shirt, some shit.
Yeah, I forgot
Anyway,
the
I gotta
artist.
look
I
it back
know.
into that.
Yeah, I missed
No,
that.
no. Yeah, but that and that I like that I mean I follow I saw his series on Hulu. Dave, it was dope, man. Real
Yeah,
dope.
no, he's very
And
he's
he's a
kind of
dope
like
artist.
Kanye in a way. Like he's very
Yeah.
artistic. He's got his own unique style. Like
He has
you
a
could tell that he's
vision,
very
multimedia.
meticulous. You could tell he's very
Too.
meticulous with his art. You know what I mean? Like whether it's music or videos or whatever. He did. I just saw a video. I don't know if it's brand new, but recent. And he's like the Joker from the Dark Knight, and he's
It's a
running. He's
joke.
pulling
Ha
off a
ha
heist.
ha
Yeah,
ha. Yeah, it
yeah,
was
that
dope.
was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's real cinematic.
Yo, I'm gonna step
No,
away for like a minute. Don't go
Dale,
nowhere, y'all.
dale,
Don't
no,
go,
I'm
dale.
not
don't go
going.
nowhere.
I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, so I've been following. Like I saw a couple more Andrew Schultz, and like you said, it's a hit or miss because the rest of the panel. First of all, those other two on the right barely say shit. Like
They're
what
like
the
more
fuck?
like producers than like it's really his show, and
Yeah,
the
but
Indian
the
dude,
others, they're
what's his
there to
name?
spice it up. I call
Yeah,
him a fake Aziz. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fake Aziz, fake
yeah.
Aziz. But sometimes it's like, you'll catch me watching that if there's a dope guest on
I'll
it.
watch podcasts in the background, like I'm on the laptop doing work, doing other stuff. I'll have something playing in the background. Like I can't just sit 3-4 hours and just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to be doing something else productive. So I'll put the podcast on the background. So I'm not gonna hear 100% of the whole
Percent.
conversation. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. I
Um,
hope you don't do that and with everything else in your life, autopilot it.
I gotta get work done.
Well,
You know what I mean?
this look, this also just speaks to what the fuck conditions we are in right now, where we multitask
Yeah,
everything,
I've been doing
bro.
push-ups. Look,
Son, no, I see you been going in, bro.
a
Been
little bit.
going in.
My back is hurting though. Pause.
Yeah, man. I know
My
the summer's
my
coming
neck
too.
and my back.
I've been. It's funny, right? So forever, I'm always gonna push the yoga stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
uh, wifey never came to like a hot Bikram
You got her
class.
to do it?
So she came with
Okay.
one of her friends, right?
Okay.
And we're in there, and the teacher's just not. I love this is the
Mm,
amazing yoga studio. Shout out to
right.
to to uh
Say the name.
I
Say
can't
the name.
believe Labs
Yoga Masters.
Spirit Lab right now.
Okay.
Spirit Lab, it's in Herald Square. But it's just I think I don't know if he was just new or it
Uh-huh.
was just an off day for him.
Oh, it had to
And
be the class that she took. So she got a bad
yeah,
experience.
but this is the thing, right? No, she already knows. She knows so much about it, and
Right.
that she didn't really. It didn't affect her, but a friend, right?
Mm,
I thought that it would just kind of persuade her to not come back,
mm,
but it actually did the opposite
mm,
because it almost tested. She went to another teacher and she had an amazing experience. But
mm,
one thing I had told her is, you know, always evaluate things as they come in there, right? You're gonna value it on the instructions or the message, not the messenger. So don't look at it from the messenger point of view. If this is a bad messenger, look at it from just what those instructions are. So just take this and it resonated. She went back and she fucking had an amazing time and she's, gonna be going back a lot more.
So you talk about your wifey or her friend?
A friend. Now,
Okay.
wifey is she already
Mm.
as we were going, me and her, we just look at each other and she already knew we already had a whole combo. Like, yeah, this guy's
I did a couple years
universe.
ago. I took wifey decided to humor me and she tried a couple of classes and she hated it. You
You
know?
went well? Did you go well?
Yeah, we went together to like 2 classes to hot yoga.
Yeah.
I knew y'all
Yeah,
would talk about yoga. I'm like, there's
yeah,
got to be yoga. They talk.
yeah. But I did a couple more after that. I think I bought like a pack of classes, and but
Package.
she's like I'm checking out. So it's not for everybody,
Um, well, yeah, at some point in your life, it's gonna hit you hard. Cause it's funny, like I want to say early 20s, bro. I did it and I was like,
Mm,
I needed some. I wasn't ready for that kind of stillness. This is the thing, right?
mm,
Yoga, this particular practice is about stillness, is about learning how to tap in, how to just ground yourself.
mm.
This society right now is just it's so fast paced that that's exactly why I need it. And that's why I promote it so much
To
because
balance.
you need to just stop
Yeah.
everything. Because like you said, right now, you watch podcasts in the background.
Mm.
I'm right now as we're doing this. I also have a series in the background while I'm checking my phone while we're all talk. We need that fucking constant stimulants. My son is seeing One Piece on the TV while he's like playing Roblox.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yo,
But for us, it
these
had to be more learned, right? Because if you think about it, how we talk about things we're not informed on, right? So now it's like I got to spend every fucking waking second that I have trying to catch up on as many things as possible, right? Because
facts,
not in order to create art, you also have to know what's out there and see others. Like if you put yourself in a box,
bars,
you're never going to be able to grow and learn from anybody else. So like whereas I value the stillness and the peace and the quiet, it's like
Mm.
any second I gotta be like, oh shit, I gotta go check this out because I need to see it because I gotta speak on it or I gotta know about it or I gotta know what others are speaking on about it. So
Yeah.
it's almost forced upon us, and like the newer generation, they're a lot better at being able to just take it all in.
Yeah.
bars. But yeah,
No, you're right. No, that's no,
no.
Took me a
definitely.
second to catch that one.
Speaking of
The
new
the
generations,
the
what's up?
the bottom line, sorry, the bottom line
No.
is to find a few minutes to disconnect, even if it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
doing some breathing or just sitting in a
Bro,
dark room.
so
Got to
but look,
disconnect the senses, man. It's too much
aside
overload. Sensory
the
overload is not good.
stillness is gonna it's gonna okay, that overload is great stress, right? And we need
Yeah.
ways to exert it out of our bodies. We need to flush ourselves from it, bro. And the sweating, first of all, because you're gonna sweat in
Yeah.
Bikram, is so key, bro. You're not just sweating. There's people that haven't sweated that much until they come to a class like this. I have
Yo, you look like a cult leader. That's what I was thinking at this whole time. I'm like, what does Ark look like with that background behind him? Right? My
And the
man
hoodie,
look
and the
my
hoodie
man,
too.
my
Yeah.
man look like he's
like
gonna
both,
recruit us
like a
into his
Kanye,
cult.
like I'm in a Kanye video,
Yo,
son.
son, you just
Getting
went into the
head in the
you just went
ghost,
into the
and I
dark
ghost her.
side. Anyway, my bad. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so
Word the
you
mother.
talking about the heat and so I shout out to my sauna blanket. That's like when I
That's
don't
why
have
when you
time
said
to
that,
like
I was not that's
bro,
amazing. I hope you're still doing
I
it.
have to force time. Either I gotta wake up super early to go to the gym or every now and then in the evenings or on the weekends, I have to make time to go get a workout in. And that's like my stress relief, right? Hitting that bag, getting some cardio, lifting a little bit of kettlebells. That's what gives me the stress relief, right? But the relax and the balance, like having that sauna blanket, bro, helps a lot. You
It's amazing.
put on that fucking that meditation music in the background, the Zen music, and
Word.
just
Yeah.
mellow out and disconnect, bro. So I totally
You put
agree.
your George Michaels on and shit.
I put on fucking you
You ain't
stumped me.
never
I was
go
thinking
dance again, bro.
I put on my fucking Bon Jovi, you know what I mean?
I never want
Just
to dance again.
Yo,
yeah.
man. And speaking of like trying to
Put on my
spend
Taylor
every
Swift. My bad.
yo,
Yeah.
she's even more popping right now, if you could believe
What
that
the
shit.
fuck, bro?
Yeah, hey,
She's
hey,
like,
Ease, finish that thought, and then
Oh,
we'll
I was saying,
fucking
speaking
talk
of
shit
like
about.
being able to like intake everything and trying to spend every second trying to catch up on everything going on. One thing I haven't done, and I was a little disappointed in myself at first because I thought like I always would, but then I tried and I was just disgusted with what I'm seeing is all this latest Marvel shit.
Oh
Like I
my
tried to give Echo
god,
a chance and I only got 2 episodes in.
I couldn't,
super
bro.
Once
I
I didn't
trash.
couldn't.
have to pay for Marvels anymore, I was like, let me see it. Maybe it's not so bad. I got 30 minutes in and I just lost complete interest. I'm
Oh,
surprised I made 30 minutes,
you're lucky
honestly.
you didn't make it to that scene when they're in that world that everybody was singing in.
Oh
And
no, I didn't make it to that.
oh my
I
god,
think I shut it off
you
after the
dodged
world
a
got
bullet.
destroyed.
You
That
dodged a
was the way I
bullet.
shut it off.
That
I streamed that shit for free, bro. I
yo,
wasn't trying to pay
Yeah,
that's
that.
why
yeah,
your
well, yeah.
boy.
It's
Go
on
ahead.
Disney now, so like I was like, all right, whatever. I'll check it out. Couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm trying not to like be
Give up.
disappointed by the fact we're not getting Civil War kind of content. I'm trying to give it a chance,
Mm.
but
Mm.
Well,
I
yo,
lost interest, man. So I was happy to see the Deadpool trailer because
Yeah.
I feel like that one I'm gonna go to the movies for.
That's what you're gonna say, Art?
yep. I was gonna
Yeah,
say I am Marvel's Jesus Christ, right?
you're
That's
Marvel.
what,
Yo,
right?
my man had the jokes from the beginning. I
Yeah,
can't
He
wait. And that's
breaks. How do
actually
you feel about that? How? Because he breaks the, like how She-Hulk breaks the fourth
no.
wall kind of shit.
nah, but this is
Do,
different.
don't please
Yeah,
do
yeah.
not
I'm just
compare
saying
my
Do
man
not
he
Deadpool.
does
invoke
it
her
well.
name. Yeah.
I
Yo,
think.
yeah, my veins gonna
Oh,
start bursting. You mentioned that fucking trash.
yeah.
She trash. They
Well,
I
overdid
don't.
it with the fourth wall. He does it like, a
Yeah,
little subtle here and there, like, but
and he
yeah. I
does
don't
it in good
mind that. That
taste.
was
I
always his
like his
thing.
humor. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does it
that
in
was
the
always his
comics
thing.
too.
Right, right, right.
So
He
and
always
so
knew he
does
was in a
She-Hulk,
comic, you know?
but not the show was just forget it. Trash.
Yeah. Honestly,
damn,
he
you
plays
follow
his
She-Hulk a
character.
lot.
He plays his character better than most play their character. So
He
to
was
me,
made for
like,
that role.
unless you got a truly awful writer, he's gonna save any,
Mm,
you
Yeah,
know,
I like him as an
any
actor
decent
too. Yeah.
script, he's gonna make it better, you know.
yeah.
Well, did you guys get a chance to see Last Airbender on Netflix?
Not yet. I
Nah.
saw I'm
Yo,
up to like episode 2 or 3.
I
I
think
like
they
it
did
so
it
far.
justice. Yeah,
So
it's definitely not like that movie, son. Did you ever see the movie?
oh hell, that shit was super trash.
Yeah. No,
There's a
this
M Night
is
Shyamalan.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is really good, and it's gonna be part two. It's really good. I definitely like what they did with
So
it.
I like what so far. So I'm not like a super hardcore Last Airbender fan
Bro,
from the anime.
have you seen
So
the anime?
I've seen it, yeah, but I haven't followed. There's like a few seasons, so you
Yeah,
know, you got
it's
it
4
has its
seasons.
hardcore fans that are like disappointed. Oh, this isn't this. It doesn't
Because they
match this
fast forward. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like that's what bugs me. You know, it's okay to
But I'm gonna
be
tell you right now, I saw the whole thing, and I think okay, you know what? Kind of prepare me for this, the One Piece. So One
right,
Piece is like fucking 1,000, 100 episodes, bro.
right.
And they pretty much had a narrow,
They
like
did
they
it
summed it
justice
up,
though.
but they did it justice. So I
They
was
did
like,
it justice.
if they could do it justice,
Yeah.
then they could
But
definitely do this
and that's the
justice.
hardcore fans that are happy with what they did with One
Yeah.
Piece, but it's not the same for Avatar. So the Last Airbender. So you
But
got the
it's
hardcores.
getting pretty
It's
good
getting pretty
reviews
good, yes. But I'm just saying there's a lot of hardcore fans that
because
are
yeah,
still
some of the
they still want to
characters,
bitch
some of the
that it's
characters
not a
don't look the
hundred
same.
percent. Like to me, that kid Aang, whoever they casted, it
Yeah.
looks just like the cartoon,
Right? What the
right?
fuck, bro?
And the fucking flying whatever that is, the
The
flying
mammoth, yeah.
mammoth.
Appa.
It just looks like they really did it justice. The
Yeah.
world, the characters. So I'm not hating on it.
I got
I
a
just
question
haven't
for you.
finished it yet.
Do you think Trump is gonna bring you justice?
If he's the last airbender, Trump the last airbender.
He's a gender bender.
That shit went from that shit went from Netflix to politics.
You like
Yeah, I
that?
know.
That's the name of a song, kid.
Nice little segue right there.
Netflix to politics. Woo, that's the next one, Art.
Yeah.
Yo, do that shit. I'm gonna write a book on it.
Netflix to from Netflix to politics. You know what I mean?
That's bars right there.
I didn't even want to get into politics, bro. We're gonna be here for like 30 minutes
Well, I
ranting.
will
But
say
y'all
something
two
else.
who are in New York at least, man. Like I know that like from when I go out there from time to time, man, it's getting bad, bro. In terms of, I'm not even talking about the crime and all that, man. I lived through the late 80s, early 90s kind of shit. So
Yeah.
not even necessarily the crime, but like, bro, the overpopulation and the amount of people that are out in the streets and in tents and in fucking like it's insane, bro. It's like it's getting overran. And like
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never seen
crazy.
it this bad in terms of that. Like I'm glad that that shit is not out here in Jersey. And they tried.
Yeah,
They tried. No,
Yeah.
they dropped off a bus in Edison and in
but I'm gonna tell you this right
Secaucus,
now.
and the mayors they
They're
sent them
making
back.
their way over there, bro. They're still making their way
Maybe
over
on
there.
their own.
New
Maybe on their
Jersey,
own.
They're coming over
is New
here.
Jersey a sanctuary
They
state?
I don't know if it's
No.
classified as a sanctuary state or city or not, but I do know that when they dropped those two buses, the mayors in each
They
township sent them right
He was
back.
like,
Look,
"Pa
New Jersey,
fuera, go
but they
through the
could go
Yeah.
wherever
tunnel,"
they want.
and they
New
sent him
Jersey
So
here.
is real big on property tax and property value. And
Right.
anything that's gonna bring that down, whether you're right or whether you're left, it don't matter. They're
Yeah.
gonna take that shit seriously out here because that's real big for them. Like we're the highest property tax state in the country. So anything you're gonna do that's gonna potentially hurt property value, Democrat, Republican, it don't matter. They're gonna
well,
address that
well,
shit and they're gonna
they're
make
gonna
sure
trickle
that nothing
over.
hurts them.
They're trickling over there because
Maybe
I'll
little
tell
by
you right
little,
now,
but like on
Little
the
by, but
low,
not by
you
the
on
gotta
the
bus
remember
low.
they
load.
got
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
They got definitely not by the bus load.
Yeah.
But right now, bro, it's like you said, they're committing crimes out here, and then they're taking that money back to
No
like
bail.
places like Florida,
Just getting
and
released, no bail.
because in New York is the only, well, New York and California is like that
California's
too.
even worse.
Well,
I call it
California,
California.
yeah, because in California, I think grand larceny doesn't start to like 1,000. I forgot the new number that they put it at, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
Petty,
why
it's petty larceny, anything
yeah,
before
so
that, right? Yeah.
and the cops aren't even, they don't arrest, cops barely get involved now. I mean, unless it's like some super fucking blatant right in front of your face, you pulling out a weapon,
No.
but like car accidents or anything like that, they don't even get involved anymore,
Yeah,
man.
car accident. They don't even come onto the scene anymore.
Yeah,
It's like you could
yeah,
file your own police report, kind of a shit. Like
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
go to the precinct and do it yourself, kind of a thing. They don't even send a unit out to the scene anymore. It's like, so it's basically my word against somebody else's. Nobody shows up at the scene to actually see the damage. None of that. It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
That's why Demon's gonna vote for Trump.
Bro,
Yo,
I listen, man.
you know what's funny with
I've
Trump?
had my reservations about that guy, but
Yo,
it just seems like I don't know if we're living in a bizarro upside down world, but
well,
when
we're
he's
living
the
in Back to the
guy,
Future. He's Biff.
when
He's
he's the
Biff.
guy that's preferred now after all this
That's a
nonsense from
scary
the past
thing.
4
That's a
years, it
scary
just
fucking
goes to
thing.
show how terrible this administration has done.
Yeah.
But it also goes to tell you
terrible.
it's not that it's terrible.
The
It's
policies,
designed,
the
bro.
ideologies that they're
This is a
pushing.
design.
It's just everything. I can't say nothing good about this
Anything
administration,
about
about
anything.
democratic policies. Yeah, I got red pilled like a motherfucker, and I can't say that I'm a Republican or conservative now, but I'm seeing these ideologies.
This is realist.
Uh, uh,
But
bro, it's just.
you know what's crazy?
I'm
What
telling
just
you, this is
happened
a
with
whole podcast.
what
I
just
could
Yeah, by
happened
go on
with
for
itself.
a
Yeah.
whole. I
you
could
know
go
that
on
guy
for a whole
you
hour
know that
about
guy
this
Mr.
shit.
Wonderful from Shark Tank, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny how he spoke about this, right? And regardless whether I like Trump or I don't like him, it does this is irrelevant to that. It's just I want to highlight what he said. So Trump recently got fined with like $355 million, some crazy shit, right?
455. Yeah.
There was a judge. The
Right?
judge.
Because of
It
his
wasn't a
taxes, right?
fine. It was like the court.
It was the
Like,
judgment. Yeah.
yeah,
It
it
Yeah,
was
was a
the judgment.
judgment.
He overinflated the estimated value of
right.
his property.
So peep game. Mr. Wonderful was like,
We all do that.
everybody does this shit.
Oh yes, yes,
He's
yes.
like, and nobody got arrested for
That clip
this.
aired a while ago.
Nobody.
That's
But
not a
isn't
new
that
clip.
crazy?
Yeah.
Like the fact that,
Mm-hmm.
bro, this is to
But
tell
I
you,
mean,
I
the
think
only thing I'll say about that, in my opinion,
anarchy. They want anarchy, bro.
yeah, but
That's
the
what
only
the
thing I'll say
design
about that,
is
in my
for.
opinion, is no different than Nicky Barnes getting on the cover of a fucking mag. When you flaunt as much as you flaunt, you can't expect no repercussions. Is it right that he may be the only one who gets charged for this shit? No, but they're gonna use anything that they can use when you up there making a mockery of whatever. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. That
This is what's
doesn't
gonna make
surprise me.
them. This is what's gonna make people like him, empathize
Well,
with him.
yes, it is
They're
going to
Bro,
gonna be
work
like,
he's getting a
against them.
lot more
oh my
black
God.
voters now. I tell you that
Yeah.
much.
It
A
is working
lot
It is
more
against
by
them.
black
design,
voters
bro.
now.
It's by
But the
design.
fact that he's being attacked doesn't surprise me. You can't be
It actually
as
helps him though.
yeah, it does. It is. It's helping him. But the fact that it's being used as a weapon against them, like you can't say, oh, you don't see some shit like that coming. It happens to any and everybody. People in the drug trade, people in insider trading. It happens to everybody who flaunts what they're doing. And
No.
he always
Those
flaunt.
politicians, bro,
He's a
they're
target.
exactly
He's a
how
target,
artists
right? But he
are.
makes himself a target.
You
Right.
see how right now the top artists are the ones that's out in the mainstream, right? They're the
Right.
ones that's popping. Why are they the biggest artists, or why are they quote unquote the hot topic? It's not because they're the illest. It's because they got the most money behind them. So the
That's true.
politicians we see that are in the forefront, they're just the one that have the biggest money behind them, bro. That's why it's narrowed down to Biden and fucking Trump, because they're the biggest heavy hitters. Bernie Sanders, all of them, it's almost like they're in a betting table and everybody antes up, and then nah, I fold because you
Yeah,
just
they
don't got
can't
the
hang.
bank
There's
to hang,
billionaires on
bro.
both sides that are funding both of these people. Yeah.
So it's like if you can't even
Right. So check this out real quick, because you're right. There's forces on both sides just trying to cause more division between the people, and
Yeah.
cause anarchy within our country, and cause more division.
and then that's when
And
they
it's
bring in the
just
one world, everybody put in this Neuralink in your head and let's all be
Well,
happy.
yeah, no, yeah.
But check it. But even Hollywood, right? They're dropping this movie just conveniently around this time called Civil War. Okay, y'all seen the
Wow.
trailer for it, right?
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
didn't.
saw
Yeah,
it.
no, it's a
I
movie
saw it.
called
I saw it.
Civil War. It's a
Oh,
big
I
budget
gotta check
Hollywood
that.
production called Civil War, and it's about how the red states. It's stupid because they said Texas and California are working together. Like those are like the two most
Two
opposite states
opposites,
in
yeah.
ever. Like I don't know who wrote that. It should have been like Florida, Texas, but around the country's like at war, like people, civilians, and against the government is just crazy, total anarchy. And to
When is
me,
that coming
that's
up?
I don't sometime this year, maybe in the summer, but it's like
I like to check
propaganda.
that.
November. I bet you
It's
November.
programming, right? It's programming
Yeah.
to make people believe that this could really
To believe
happen,
it and to
and
create it,
yeah,
to
to create
gravitate
it.
it, to
Yeah.
become like, and that's where it really is, boils down to, man.
I think there's more unity though. I think there's more unity with people than division. I really want to believe that. I think
Yeah,
I think that I
the
100%
think that
division
believe
is
that,
what you
man.
see online, man,
yeah,
because
the
it's like you
negativity
love
is
to cause chaos, but in reality, I don't think it's that's not what real life is depicting.
Yeah.
It isn't. And honestly, the same things that one side is frustrated, the other side is frustrated. They just can't agree on a fucking solution. But it's still the same frustration.
There'll never be
Yo.
a 100% complete agreement on both sides. Never.
One thing that
That's
Cat
just human
Williams said
nature.
that really stood out was he was like, the internet is the digital government. He's like,
Court of
now,
public opinion.
yeah, this is how we willingly give them all our information.
Right.
Started out
Social
quote
media.
unquote free, but right now we're just literally hand feeding them all of our information.
Everything. Yeah. I mean,
everything.
It was developed for the military, right? The internet, the World Wide Web, and now it's for use for everyone, for civilian use. And
It's a digital government,
willingly
bro.
yeah, it's true. But it's what you choose to do with it, because you could be off the grid and not ever have a social media account and do nothing. You know,
that's
it's
true.
really up to the individual.
It is, but that's the ones that
The
it all
problem
depends
is,
on what you want to do in your life. Like, do you need the internet for your
most
life?
people do, because
Yeah,
most
most
people
people
need
do.
another source of income.
Yeah.
It's almost like you got pushed to it, right? Because like inflation is so bad and the cost of living has gotten so high is that nobody can even have a hobby anymore. It has to be a side hustle. And how do you expand your side hustle? The fastest nowadays is with the internet. So
With the internet, yeah.
They
Well, we
fucking-
living in crazy times, and I think in a bad way, but in a good way as well. Because if you see, so like social media, you could say what you want about Twitter and X and what it used to be and what it is now, but that or all other social media platforms, it's kind of taking the spotlight away from like the mainstream news for years now, and people
Who even
aren't
watches the news?
people aren't believing the narrative anymore. They're not falling for the bullshit. You know, they've been exposed. They just follow their puppet masters, whoever is the highest bidder, and they follow their narrative. And it's not like that. Now people follow their own narratives. Now you get to pick and choose what you want to listen to, what you want to, believe as fact.
Which is also a very slippery slope too.
It is also a slippery slope because there's a lot of real misinformation out
lot
there.
of
But
misinformation.
again, it's up to the individual to decide.
But
what
guess
you
what
wanna-
made his way back into your world? Fucking commercials. I got rid of commercial. I got rid of fucking regular TV, bro.
Wifey has
fucking...
YouTube premiums. I don't have to deal with that shit.
Yo, but like my Netflix got commercials now, bro.
Oh nah,
because
hell
you got
no.
you have the free account,
yeah.
right? With your
You gotta pay
with
for
my
that
mobile
higher
phone.
tier.
I knew it. Yeah, you got to pay for the one. You got to have a
Yeah,
direct
bro.
account and pay for at least the HD. You don't got to get the 4K, but
Yeah.
at least the HD. If you get that, then
Bro, I'm
you
paying
won't get
for so
Even,
much
commercials
other
yet.
even
shit.
with
Fuck
Hulu,
that.
bro. I
It's-
wasn't trying to do the Hulu with ads. Hell no. It's
Yeah,
like
I did
watching
the
TV.
without ads. I cut it. But
Yeah.
when I had it, I did it without ads.
You cut Hulu?
I did
Yo,
because
Hulu is
honestly,
on
they took
fire
off.
right now, bro.
I cut Disney Plus.
Yeah,
They
that's what
took
I cut.
everything
kept
from
Hulu.
Channel
I cut
4
Disney.
off of Hulu, and most of the shows that I watched was on NBC. And I'm like,
Gotcha.
why the fuck am I keeping this subscription shit?
No,
when it's got
there's
the
a lot of
it
you know
has
what
a good anime
you know why I
selection
like
too in
I
there,
like
bro.
Hulu
Not
because they
mine.
got FX. FX has some really great shows.
Yeah, FX
Really
is
great
fire.
shows.
Yeah.
Fargo. Me and wifey watching The Bear.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get
Yo.
into a few FX shows, but I never.
You know what
is
show I wanted to
not my
ask
friend.
you? Did you guys watch Leftovers on Max?
Nah.
Yes.
It's kind of fire,
It's about
right?
the
It's
rapture.
Cool.
Dope
Yeah.
show.
Yo,
Super dope show.
have you finished? I'm like
Yeah.
4 episodes in.
No, there's a couple seasons. It's really good.
Seasons? Oh man, that's good then.
Yeah. Really good show, The Leftovers. But guys, I think we're out of time.
Yo,
You want to
watch 'em
you want to re-up or you want to just
Yo.
call it quits?
Let's call it. Let's call it for this one.
Let's call it bank.
We'll link up
We
next
are
week
back.
for sure.
Yo,
Yes,
let's
in
next
person.
episode in person, guys. This was just, a quick catch up. We haven't done an episode in a minute.
Yo, go see
Sorry
my
to all
videos.
our 300
Go watch
fans.
E's videos.
Sorry to all our millions of fans. We'll
we're-
we'll get
Go
together
buy
next
all of
But we back
Bushido
now.
Blade
We
clothes.
back now. We going
Bushido
nowhere.
7. And we're gonna join Ark's cult. And you know what I mean?